I wanted to hop on and at least show you what we did for the solstice this year. It's something we celebrate every year as a family. But first, before we get started, I wanted to briefly mention why we celebrate solstice. Why would anybody be interested in that? So we already have a main winter holiday in December, being Christmas, and the solstice is very nearby it. It's the week of the 21st. So the reason for celebrating this is because it's not specifically meaning anything religiously. It's not meaning anything like you have to make all this food and gifts and all this stuff. It's sort of a lesser known thing these days. And the reason we do it is because it, in my opinion, connects us more deeply to nature. So let me explain this. In the day and age of smartphones and social media and a lot of disconnection, really, we have difficulty with our circadian rhythms, with connection, and with feeling close to nature at all. Our TVs are on 24/7 and our phones are always in our hands. Back in the day, the only way that people were able to prepare for their harvest times and their planting times, their sleep times, what they'd be eating that time of the year, was based around the sun. And so when it comes to the solstice, it's the longest night of the year and the shortest day. And this is a time when they knew they were still really deep in midwinter. And it really hearkened to that this is the point in the year where now, after the solstice, we begin to see the longer days again, and the return of the sun, it could be said, to where it was it was darker so much earlier, and now it's going to begin to get lighter again. And so there are so many allegories that are kind of fun for this time of the year. There's the Oak King and the Ivy King that are said to be in a constant battle together, one winning over the other at different points in the year. And right now it's said that the Oak King is reborn and is going to gain its strength until summer, when it will overtake the Holly King or the Ivy King. And of course then you see closer to the autumn equinox is when the allegory changes, that the winter time is beginning to take over. So there's a lot of fun ways to look at this and help children understand the changing of the seasons. And essentially it just helps us to feel a little bit more connected to our own circadian rhythms, a little bit less connected to our phones, a little bit more at ease with our natural environment and our surroundings as human beings, which sometimes get so lost with all of the artificial lighting and all of the processed foods and all of those things, that it just allows us to take a step back, take a deep breath in, and really feel at ease with the world that we live in once more, just as people used to before all of the mess set in. This morning we just did normal things. We said happy solstice to each other. We went shopping, the works, we had some groceries to pick up, but it's now almost 3 o'clock and we're getting started on some of our solstice celebrating. I'm preparing for dinner by putting together a star bread. So I'm just mixing together my dry ingredients, and I've got a bit of warm soy milk here to add to it, and some vegan butter as well. So we're gonna get all of this stuff together, and then I have to knead it for ages and ages, but really I like hand kneading bread. I like to make bread, I like to hand knead it as well. I've never had a mixer, like a bread mixer or a bread maker really, and there's just something to be said for the slow pace and doing it with your hands and the meditative work that is, and that you're really making something for your family that has all of your love and patience put into it. Okay, we've got shepherd's pie coming out. This is a portobello mushroom and lentil shepherd's pie. And we're gonna bump the temperature up 15 degrees. And then the bread's gonna go in. Here's our star bread. I might have called it sun bread earlier. You see that in there? Raisins, cinnamon, and monk fruit sugar. So by the time we finish eating the shepherd's pie, our dessert bread should be done. Okay, we're ready, Daddy.
The first one.
Alright, so first open the blue one.
How can I take it off?
Pull the string.
There we go.
There.
Nice.
Cute.
This is super cute.
Festive Buzz Lightyear.
Ta-da! You have kids in your pajama pants.
Thanks to you.
I can't wait to go today. Film it.
See you take a bite.
Yum, yum, yum. Mm.
Circle around and I'll tell you a story about when the sun was born again. It was the middle of winter and the sun had grown very cold. All year long, the sun had worked very hard, rising and setting day after day. All year long, the sun had fed everybody on earth, shining and shining, giving energy to the trees and the flowers and the grasses so they could grow and feed the animals and birds and insects and people. So do I go to here?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, we didn't pass that backpack. The backpack's gone.
Beautiful way to end the solstice. Saw the man with the yellow hat as the truck drove away, but the truck was going too fast. George could not jump off. He was scared, but still a little curious. Soon, the truck stopped in front of a hospital. George peeked out of the branch.